Welcome to PT Time with Tim. I'm Dr. Tim. I'm a licensed physical therapist. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about plantar fasciitis foot pain. But first, here's my medical disclaimer. Plantar fasciitis foot pain is the most common cause of heel pain. So if you've been waking up in the morning and you get out of bed and you're putting your foot down and standing up and you're feeling that arch kind of heel pain, this video is for you. The primary goal for physical therapy exercises for plantar fasciitis pain is to restore the flexibility of the plantar fascia and to strengthen the arch muscles. So our first stretch is going to be a plantar fascia stretch. You can sit at the edge of a chair or your bed, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take the base of your hand, wrap it all the way around all of your toes. You're going to take the opposite hand and hold the heel, and you're going to pull up on your toes, extending your toes upward and pulling the opposite direction with your opposite hand, because basically we're trying to splay open the arch. You're trying to oppose the arch and stretch the plantar fascia that runs from that heel bone up to the toes. So we're going to hold this for about 10 seconds, and then we're going to relax, and we're going to do it 10 times. Our next exercise is going to use a tennis ball. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the tennis ball, and you're going to sit it on the ground, and you're going to roll the arch gently back and forth, just applying some moderate pressure against it. And I want you to feel, it's kind of a hurt so good stretch. I mean, it really does feel good, but it kind of has a dull achiness to it. I recommend that people get a 3-pack of tennis balls. You put one at your nightstand. So first thing in the morning, you sit up at the edge of your bed, place it on the floor, roll out for about 5 minutes, and then put one at your desk at work, and also have one in your living room. And that's just to make sure that there's always one around you that you can be using while you're sitting. But you're going to roll out your arch for about 5 minutes. It's basically just stretching that plantar fascia. And you'll notice some immediate relief after you stand up after doing the tennis ball rolls. Our third exercise is seated towel curls. So what I did here was I placed a hand towel, spread it out on the floor. I put my heel right at one edge of it, and then I'm going to use my toes and I'm going to curl that towel up, kind of dragging the end of the towel towards my heel. And all I'm going to do is just repeat that and until you get the towel all the way in, and then I'm going to spread it back out and repeat. I'll do this for 3 sets of 10. And the purpose of this is to strengthen those toe flexor muscles. So as you curl your toes, you're working what's called the foot intrinsic muscles. It's the muscles inside the foot there. And so we're just trying to strengthen those foot intrinsic muscles because they can help support the arch. Our next exercise is toe flexion and extension. So this one is definitely going to be challenging to your coordination. I love watching people try this one. So if you can picture my hand as my foot, my thumb is my big toe. I'm going to curl my big toe down while extending the other 4 small toes. And then I'm going to reverse that and extend my big toe up with curling my 4 small toes down. So you can see big toe up, other 4 small toes down, and then curling my big toe down. Even I'm having trouble with this. Big toe down, other 4 toes up, and I'm going to go back and forth between those 2 points. 30 times. I'll probably do 2 sets of 15. Just back and forth, pausing. And that's working those little foot intrinsic muscles. Our next series of exercises is going to use a resistance band. So I've taken my resistance band, I've tied a loop at the end of it, I've placed it around the ball of my foot, and now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull up nice and tight on it, and I'm going to press straight down away from me. So this is working the calf muscles here and some of the toe flexors, but I'm going to do 2 sets of 15 with this one. And then I'm going to change direction. I'm going to take my other foot and press it down to the outside so both legs are parallel. And now I'm going to take my foot up and out, so it's kind of pulling up and over away from me. And I'm going to do 2 sets of 15 there. The next direction, we're going to take that leg, our opposite leg, and cross it over the top, and then we're going to go down and in. So we're pressing down and in slightly for 2 sets of 15. Okay, then the last direction, we actually need to spin this around like so, We're going to press down. You got to make sure this one's tight in between the feet. And then we're going to pull up towards your shin. So now you're working the front side of that ankle for 2 sets of 15. Lastly, we're going to take this around the toes. We're going to put it around our toes, which is different than the first time because that was around the ball of the foot. So now we're just around all the toes, and we're doing toe curls. So now you're going to really feel those toe flexors working. And we'll do 2 sets of 15, just curling the toes down and in. Our final strengthening exercise is going to strengthen the calf muscles as well. So it's a standing dual leg heel raise. You can use a counter or a table for balance support if you need it, but you're going to raise your heels up in the air, pressing through the balls of your feet, and then back down. So we're pausing at the top and lowering back down. We're going to start off with 2 sets of 15, but really try to build up to 3 sets of 15 with this one. If doing both legs together is too easy for you, you can always advance this to a single leg. Just make sure you keep that knee straight. We don't want the knee bent on this one. Our final stretch is a calf stretch. So the way that we'll set this one up is facing a wall. I'm going to be stretching my left leg here. So the first stretch, you've got to have the knee straight because we're going to try to stretch the upper calf muscle. There's 2 calf muscles, an upper muscle and a lower muscle. So with our knee straight, we're going to stretch the upper muscle. And I'm gently going to have my foot facing straight ahead with my heel down and gently leaning forward until I feel that stretch up here in that upper calf area. I'll hold it for 30 seconds and I'll do that one 3 times. After I finish those 3, then I'm going to stretch the lower calf muscle, so the one that kind of blends into the Achilles tendon. And all I have to do for that one, I sit my hips back and bend my knee. And now I feel a lower stretch on that lower calf muscle. And so I'll hold that one for an additional 30 seconds 3 times. Make sure to check out my other videos as you continue on your pathway to living a pain-free, active, and adventurous lifestyle. Thanks for stopping by PT Time with Tim, where we restore to explore.